How's it going, guys? We're back with another video. So today I'm showing you all the train stuff that I got in our trip from Illinois. So I got other stuff too, such as Hot Wheel and Matchbox cars, but I'm not going to show any of that today. I'm just going to show you the train stuff. Most of it is HO scale, but I did get a couple of O-gauge things over there. And I'll name it off so far. So the first thing we got, if I'll go in order, is this. This is an old Mark's Lehigh Valley coal car, and it's got the newer style couplers that Mark's had instead of the hook couplers, and that was $5, so that was a pretty good deal for one of those, and it's in really good shape. It's pretty much mint. It was just very dusty when we got it. And then the other thing I got at the train store that I went to get that Lehigh Valley was this. This is an old Burlington GE, I don't know what the model of these engines is, but it's a GE engine, and it needed some work when I got it. Mainly the wheels were pretty dirty, if you can kind of see. Not really, it won't focus, but it's a very nice looking engine. It's an old Riverossi. It's got all the couplers and everything, missing no pieces. The horn is still there, and all the handrails. Some of them are a little bit bent, but I still need to work on it, as you can see. I got it running, so I'll show that in the next video, which will be our running unit. And that one is all-wheel drive, pretty much, but I think some of the gears are worn down in the axles, so it doesn't really, I don't think all the wheels are driving it, but it still runs pretty good. Then, I think after that we got most of the engines at the same place, so this one through this one are all from the same store. So this is the first one. This is an old Athearn Burlington engine. It's an F7. It's nice because it's a nice heavy one. It's got metal trucks, and it's a very heavy engine. This one still needs some work. It runs, but not very well, and it's a really nice looking engine though. The next one, we got 4 of these, to be honest. They're all a little bit different, but they're all very similar. So this is a Santa Fe. I don't know what these are called. These are like passenger cars that have been turned into an engine. So I've taken the first one apart because these are Bachmann ones. The first 2 are Bachmann. This one is just a regular one, I think. Yep, you can see it says Bachmann there, China. So it's a new one, and it's got the fancy stuff. It's got the light on the inside for where the passengers sit, and then there's a directional light for the front. And this one is only front wheel drive, but it needs, one of the gears is cracked for the wheels, so I need to get a new one because it doesn't really hold the wheel in, as you can see right there. I can spin the wheel by hand, which is something I shouldn't be able to do. So that's the shell for the first one. That one's a Santa Fe, as you can see. The other one is a Burlington, and as you can see, they're just a little bit different, if it'll focus. They're not identical, which is kind of nice. This one is better. I think the gears aren't cracked because it runs smooth. This one runs not very well, but this one needs some oil because it screeches pretty loud when it runs. And I'll remind you of the price. This F7 was $10, which is a very good price on its own, even for an engine that did run but not very well. This Riverossi engine was $20, and it did run when I tested it. These 2 Bachmann engines were $4 a piece, which is almost an amazing deal, even for ones that don't work, because they are very detailed. And as you can see, they've got handrails and everything on the front. And then we'll get on to probably the best deal of them all. This is a Proto 2000 Burlington. I don't know if this is an Alco or what it is, but it's a very, very heavy engine. It says Lifelike there. It's all-wheel drive. It's got the crisscrossing light in the front. I can't remember what they were called, but they were to get your attention easier, so they go back and forth. It's got a plug-in ready thing, I think, on the inside, and so do the Bachmann ones. They're plug-in ready. I'm not sure if this one has a decoder in it, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. It's pretty fancy though, as you can take some of the details off to reveal other details, which is kind of nice, which will be shown here. Like these, some of the handrails are broken off of them, or a couple of them, so we put some extra details on. But with these, you can take the covers off to reveal the lights, or not the lights, the fans, which is really nice. But that one runs really good. It's a very slow and geared down engine, which is pretty nice. So that was only $12.99, I think. All the engines that the guy had were very reasonably priced, which was amazing. So then we get on to some of the more interesting ones. So this is a custom engine. This is a Athearn motor, as you can see on the bottom, but it's a custom. It's made out of a passenger car, and so is the other one. I'll get both of them here. They were both only $2 a piece, so they both run very well, and no noise. They're both done pretty well for what they are. I'm pretty sure they're meant to look like the Bachmann ones, but in my opinion, these run better. And they both have lights in them and stuff. They're not the most detailed, and this one is missing the back truck covers, but I can always get some replacement ones. So the next one is this Bachmann. This was $15, so this must be a promotional thing. It says POW missing in action in it. That's what I'm pretty sure that stands for. So this must have been like a promotional kind of Bachmann engine. But this one's really nice. It's got the drivers in the cab, as you can see, and it also runs very good. And then I got this. This is a little Bachmann Gandy Dancer hand car with a Santa and an elf on it. And this was only $10, which is nice. This one runs very good too. It's very slow because that's how it's supposed to be, but they were meant to be like that. And then we got this Rock Island Athearn switcher engine. That must have been the original price on it. This was $29, and this one has never been run. It's never been even taken out of the box. It's got all the details and handrails in the box, but we haven't put them on yet. But that one runs really good. And then, if I can find the last things, I don't know if I showed that semaphore signal, but that one we got when we were leaving. That's an old Lionel semaphore signal, and I haven't tested it or anything, but it's really nice looking, and it was only $18, so that one is good. And then this is an old IHC 440 steam engine, and it's a really nice one. It runs really well. It's got the motor and the tender, which drives the front wheels on the engine, or the driving wheels on the engine. As you can see, the drive shaft going to the motor. But that one works really good, actually, and we'll test that later. And then we've got this old AHM caboose. I really like this style of caboose. That was only $6.50, I think, and the IHC engine was only $20, and I have the box for it right here. So there's the original box. It's an IHC, so it's nice that it came with that. And then with the Proto 2000 engine and the Burlington ones, the guy also had a set of the 5 passenger cars. They were all $4 each, so we picked up the whole train there, which is real nice because it's nice to have the whole engine. And then I guess this is from a couple days later, but I ordered these 2 shells on eBay. I put them on some AHM chassis that I had. One is a dummy and one is a motorized one, but they both didn't have shells, and I was looking for some because it looked kind of strange when I ran the motorized one without the shell, because I don't have any other AHM ones like that. But it's nice to have some, so they fit really well, and that's pretty much it. So in the next video, we'll test all these engines, and we'll show you how all of them run. Stuttered on my words there. So for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we get these things tested.